Victory gardens, also called war gardens or food gardens for defense, were gardens planted with vegetables, fruits, and herbs. The gardens were planted in private residences and public parks in the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, and Germany during World War I and World War II to reduce the pressure on the public food supply brought on by the war effort.
During World War I and World War II, food supply was low because the goods mainly supported the soldiers fighting. The government rationed goods to the public, including sugar, butter, milk, cheese, coffee, meat, and eggs. Many of these items didn't make it to market due to labor and transportation shortages. The government promoted planting victory gardens because they wanted households to provide their own fruits and vegetables.
There are many steps to developing a victory garden. First, you want to decide where you'll plant your garden. Window boxes, containers, and even rooftops can be utilized with great success. Consider working edibles in around your existing flowers and shrubs. If you have a shady backyard, then think about planting your victory garden in the front yard. Fruit and vegetable plants are always attractive. Next, you want to determine your zone. This will allow you to choose plants that are suited to your specific growing conditions and increase your chance of success. Pick your plants and focus on the fruits, vegetables, and herbs that you eat regularly to make the biggest impact on your grocery bill. Once you obtain your seeds, you're going to want to dig out the lawn, shaking off the good dark earth from under each section you rip out. Make a mulch pile in the corner of the yard with these to start the process of culturing your own rich soil supply. Break up the clods and turn over the soil exposed in the area for growing. Test the soil for nutrients through a local cooperative extension or agriculture university to determine what you'll need to put back in the soil for good plant growth. Next, you're going to want to build raised beds or grow plants in containers that hold the good soil in and drain the plants more readily. Lay the seeds in according to package directions and give yourself paths to get to plants as they flower. Surround the garden with rabbit fencing, nailing the bottom edge to a board perimeter or burying it enough that edges won't curl up and offer an entry. Put in stakes, frames, and posts to stabilize the vegetable stalks. Lastly, aerate the soil and water without soaking the seeds. Weed regularly and inspect leaves, especially the undersides, to pick off bugs and other pests that periodically invade. Get Master Gardener advice on safe sprays to use.
The layout of the garden is determined by the orientation of the sun and compass directions. A good rule of thumb is to plant the taller varieties such as corn, tomatoes, sunflowers, perennials, and such on the north side of the garden. The smaller plants will not be shaded by the taller ones. When picking a spot, make sure it has good solar access and the availability of good water.
The gardens produced up to 41% of the vegetable production in the nation at the time. In 1942, about 5.5 million gardeners participated in the war garden effort, making seed package sales rise 300%. The USDA estimated over 20 million garden plots were planted, with an estimated 9 to 10 million pounds of fruit and vegetables grown a year, 44% of the fresh vegetables in the U.S.
The culture was greatly affected by the Victory Gardens. They planted Victory Gardens to help promote patriotism by using colorful propaganda such as posters, pamphlets, and flyers. Advertising was successful in creating a sense of food security. Victory Gardens also helped create a sense of calm and community, especially in cities. The food produced from the Victory Gardens supported civilians and the troops. They also lessened demand on commercial vegetable supplies. Victory Gardens reduced demand on strategic materials used in food processing and canning. They preserve food and veggies for future use when shortages might become worse. The Victory Garden Program was a federal program that utilized state extension agencies to provide seed, fertilizer, and simple gardening tools for Victory Gardens. Some tips for your Victory Garden are to start your seeds inside to get a jump on the season. Also, no spacing in your garden. See if there are any community gardens in your town, or ask a friend if you can garden on their land in exchange for a cut of the harvest.
Some benefits of Victory Gardens are that they save money, you can cultivate your own nutrients, they reduce the distance from farm to table, and help people reconnect with the planet. There are still modern Victory Gardens today that promote the feeling of providing for yourself, which was commonly experienced during war times. While Victory Gardens today do not exist with the purpose of aiding the military, They are a way for people to declare independence from corporate food systems and give people a way to reconnect with the earth. Victory gardens are an excellent way for people to nurture their natural curiosities and to learn something new.